If you wish to walk forward where love, compassion, unity, and joy are part of your experience, we encourage you to do so. But you must take the step. Hello, everyone. I'm Mark Jacobs, and I channel the collective. Their May transmission is just ahead, but I want to take a moment to welcome all the new subscribers. I'm so delighted you found me. And if you haven't subscribed, just take a moment to tap that subscribe button below. It really helps this work to grow. And if you'd like to learn more about me or the collective or the services that we provide, you can visit markofthesoul.com. All right, thank you for being here. Let's move on to the collective's May transmission. This time for you in your previous days has been one of a bit of a roller coaster, as you would say, a whirlwind of frantic energy, of coalescing your energy and finding your way out of and into this year of the fire horse, out of what has been preparation, a moment of pulling together, understanding and realizing your purpose and how you wish to express that upon the planet. Now, in this period of what the channel calls the Great Awakening, you are finding your way upon the horse. Now, the fire horse is still carrying you forward. However, we wish to caution that the fire horse is not a workhorse. This is not a beast that you are meant to ride into the ground. She needs care. She needs respite. She needs nourishment. And she needs her own space so that she can maintain her clarity, her forward motion. She is moving towards the horizon, focused, ready to carry humanity into their great awakening, into this great shift, this energy shift into a higher consciousness, into fifth dimension being. And so, riding the fire horse, you are still early in your year with her, but riding the fire horse, you cannot treat her as if she is a workhorse until she drops dead from overwork. Now, you can always take moments away from your ride. And that is what your previous days have meant for you. A little bit of what we would call a dry period. Not dry in that you have been disconnected or separated, for that cannot be so. It is a dry period because so much energy has flowed through the planet, flowed through humanity and all the creatures upon the earth, all beings everywhere indeed. So much energy has flowed through, the frequencies have been elevated that you have tapped into them such that you have been able to express more fully, more authentically. And it feels a bit like being a workhorse because so much is happening now around you, and you are responding in such a way that feels most true for you. But also, these energies that are coming into your planet that have come onto your planet can also feel fracturing. They can feel like confusion, uncertainty, not your usual momentum forward. And indeed, wherever you were stepping next might be lost now in the mist. This period of recalibration for each of you, for humanity itself, will have, yes, its ups and downs, its fast rides, its slow rides, but it requires moments of respite. And do not be alarmed if at once you were clear and now suddenly there is a lack of clarity. This clarity has not gone away. It is simply veiled. It is simply veiled because each of you, choosing to ride into another dimension in whatever form that takes for you, each of you choosing to create in new ways that which feels most authentic to you, those of you who choose to live a life that is more meaningful requires constant recalibration, reminding yourself to ask in a perpetual way, what feels right for me now? Does this feel right for me now? Does this step left? Does this step right? Does this step forward or backward feel like it's the most true way for me? You must continue to ask these questions, and you will do so for quite some time to come, for these new energies do not play well within your current system. They are designed to calibrate within those who choose to acknowledge them, their existence, their flow, their energy field as they blend with your own. But as you begin to move forward in your new reality, you will be affected by these energies. And not only the energies of a new dimension, but the energies from which you came, the third dimensional dense frequency that is still part of your vibration. For many of you, you are caught in the middle. And for many more, you are beginning to step out of the third dimension. And for many more still, you are beginning to rise. This is not uncommon. However, the pull of the lower vibration is still very strong. It is breaking up for sure, for certain it has broken up. There have been many layers of new frequencies coming in that have been designed to break this up. There have been many activities, many sheddings, many openings, many revealings upon your planet that show you that things are changing, and things are changing quite rapidly. Yes, we understand that. Thank you. We understand that governments have shifted. Some have fallen. Some have been replaced. Some barely exist. And so whatever felt normal to you, is no longer even something you can rely upon. You cannot know whether it is even functioning for you. And we chuckle at this because it is rare that any major government upon your planet has actually functioned for you, humanity. It is typically in the best interests of all of the political figures and those in power, those with material wealth who wish a certain trajectory. This is no longer valid. It is no longer even an option, but it will take some time for those who have operated in this lower vibrational field to chime into the reality that their world too is changing, and that the world overall is changing, and that humanity is requiring a different set of circumstances, a different layer, a new dimension for living, one filled with love, compassion, light. The darkness recedes in the light. Of course, you know this. This is not new for you. But the more who step across that threshold out of the lower vibrational field of the third dimensional plane, the more light that shines through the collective field of humanity, the more the darkness shall recede. Now, we want to address this period you may be experiencing, this dry period, as we have named it, the galactic regions. All who are here to support you in this great shift have not disappeared. Oh, no, no, no. This is where we stand now with you. We are here for this great shift, but we also understand that we do not wish you to be overwhelmed by a constant barrage of new energy. of a higher consciousness. It takes time for most to integrate even the tiniest particle. And this is okay. However, it is happening whether you are aware of it or not. And we ask that you become increasingly aware of what is changing within you and around you, not only within your communities, but also within your local environment, and also within your, what you might call your national environment. But mostly we wish for you to be aware of what is occurring in your global environment. That means expanding your awareness and your energy field so that you can interpret, intuit, and be at one with what is happening clear across your globe in ways that you may not be able to tap into through your web of information, but you might feel. And so many sense, because it is not conveyed so readily quite yet upon your web of information, that the entire globe is waking up and changing into a new dimension, moving toward a new dimension, riding the fire horse straight for that horizon that calls each and every soul forward into its own evolution, but to its collective evolution. We do not know and understand why this is not being covered, but we also understand that those who are in your media environment are perhaps the least awake of all. Now, this is changing. This is changing, and it is changing quite rapidly, and they may be the last to catch up. But as soon as they realize that this shift is happening and that humanity is demanding more of an experience than they have had before, that this is not only a few here and a few there, sitting on the corner with their signs. No, this is a mass exchange of energy, a mass coalescence of new energy. Not only new energy, but one that is of a field of authenticity, truth, love, compassion for all that is, a sense of unity with all that is. Now, this cannot be ignored by those who wish to cover the news as if something as significant as humanity's evolution is considered news. Indeed, many of those media operations will fall away as well, as they are replaced by those who wish to bring forward the stories of this great shift. Because if you are involved in the great shift, if you are involved in recognizing this energy shift that is within you and around you, that you can see forward, deep into your horizon, then you will not want to know much about the third dimension. You will want to know more from those who are also experiencing this shift, those who are trusted for you. We encourage you to seek those out, those who are trusted for you to convey such information to you, whatever resonates for you. There are many on your planet now, and those from the galactic regions have entered your sphere and are assisting humanity in expanding their awareness, expanding their consciousness, expanding their experience of this new dimension. This new dimension. It does not mean you will leave anyone else behind. However, those who choose not to move forward in their evolution may sense that they are being left behind. This has been true for quite some time. And in some cases, it is quite literal because it is very three-dimensional. But what is occurring now on your planet is beyond the control of humanity itself. Generally speaking, you have sovereignty, each of you. Your soul is a sovereign entity. You have your own blueprint. You can decide and choose that you wish to move forward, and you grab onto the next bar or rung, or you take the next paving stone, and you walk forward. And you walk forward, or you do not. It is really quite as simple as this. If you wish to walk forward towards the deep horizon of an awakening ahead, where love, compassion, unity, and joy are part of your experience, we encourage you to do so. But you must take the step. You must grab for the next rung. You must choose to work within yourself to expand your own energy field. Your own energy field and your own awareness. Even your own awareness in your choosing. The consciousness of your choosing. And if you do not wish to do this, this is all perfectly okay, because this is your trajectory. We do not judge this. There will always be those who feel they cannot make the journey. They will, of course, their soul will eventually make that journey in whatever form it chooses to incarnate in next. It may be on your planet, where you are most familiar. It may be elsewhere. It may be a different kind of experience altogether. It is not for us to know. It's not for the channel to know. It is not for any individual soul to know what is best or not best for another particular entity. For your divine spark is the only experience that you can control. And we use that quite loosely because you are in divine agreement because of your blueprint for how you shall step in this incarnation or any incarnation. You have made certain choices, and this is now coming forward for you in a big way because the energy is so strong, so constant, and so all-consuming that it cannot be ignored. It cannot be understood even, and it shall not be tried to be understood. You can interpret it, but as soon as you interpret it, it will change just as rapidly. Allow it to be. Allow yourself to just, as the channel would say, follow the energy. Follow the energy within your being. Follow the energy. Feel where it wants to step next. Feel the rung it wants to reach for. Feel from within your heart space, For this is where all manner of living shall originate. It is already occurring. Many are in touch with their heart, have moved away from their mind, or understanding that this is where your authenticity, your divine spark, your soul resides. This is where you know what is your next right turn. This is where you know where you might step left. And so, in this moment of a whirlwind, of tornadic energy that has fallen upon your planet, and we understand that it is a lot, it is much to do with the evolution that is slated for the mother herself, for she is in her own state of conscious evolution, much further along, but also rejoining the galactic regions as the green heart of the universe, as we have said on many occasions, and will continue to do so, for we are delighted to see the colors beginning to shift, such that we can experience them in our own vibrational fields. It is really the vibration of love that we sense and feel. And so in these moments of tornadic activity, in these moments of clarity, in these moments of synchronicity, in these moments of all feet forward, move with thrust and grace. That which wants to come through you feels easy and authentic. Now is the time when it feels a bit drier, a bit more reserved perhaps, or a bit exhaustive, now is the time to remember that your path forward does not come from your head, your mind. Now it can assist you in mapping your way forward, but it comes from here. So this is a call for you to remember that heart coherence is the way forward. It is how humanity shall move itself forward in an ever accelerated pace. This is how you shall make your decisions such that they are, though we encourage you to follow the energy. Follow the energy. You may not know where you are going, but you may sense that you are expanding, that your consciousness is being raised, that you are choosing to step into a new dimension, a different way, a parallel reality that reflects more of who you are at the very core of your being. So we encourage you to remember that your head is how you got into this upon your planet, how you got into this entangled, energetic spiral, and to allow your heart to begin to take its place. So in these dry periods, there can be a tendency to think it through, to understand that this is how you wish to figure it out. We do not ask you to figure it out. There is nothing to figure out. To simply be in the stillness, even for just a moment, and say to yourself, maybe it's okay to just be still. Maybe it's okay to try this, but do not be attached to the outcome. And so in these periods of dry connection, where you have felt purely and wholly connected before, just know that you are still connected. It is simply a period of integration, of recalibration, of perhaps even a return to what was before, but it is only momentary. For whatever respite you require, whatever respite the fire horse has required and demands, she will not ask permission for that respite. For whatever time is required, you may get back onto that horse and ride forward. She is here to carry you. It is a relationship of respect, of admiration, of purpose. It is mutual and equal in every way. It's mutual and equal in every way. And so, we leave you with this. Stay the course. Whatever your head wants to tell you about what is happening within you or around you or throughout your atmosphere, allow that to be only a small speck of how you interpret what is occurring for you. Use your own energy field. Use your own intuition. Use your telepathic senses as they come online more and more, increasingly so. Use your new relationships, your community of trusted souls. Use the tools that you have at your disposal, for all is at your disposal. All wisdom is already within you. All that you need is provided for you, and you are supported through many rings of the cosmos. And so as you recognize your mind, your body, your soul, and your energy field, allow your heart to move you forward, or listen to its request for stillness. Your path will be revealed. Your next step, your next rung, shall be provided. It is already there. It just takes a moment of stillness, of caution, of remembering who you are at the very core of your being, that you are coherent through all of who you are. Your whole being is being utilized to move you forward. And so we call upon you to remember that you are whole and complete, and that every aspect of you is being called upon to stay the course. To stay the course. All right. The channel asks us if there is anything else that we wish to convey at this time, and we sense that there is not, though there may be some changes in the months ahead as we move forward throughout your annual cycle of 2026. We are not prepared to convey what those changes might be. It is always upon agreement, in full collaboration with the channel. He is one of us, part of the collective. We have been together a very long time, and we have great love for one another. And we, the collective, have great love for you, humanity, every soul who is choosing to move forward on their path, to keep their eye on the horizon. And in these moments where the energy is so clear and then so misty, back and forth, do not be alarmed. This is simply part of the process. Trust yourself in this process. Trust the process. And you shall move forward with grace, with ease, with creative exuberance, with joy indeed. And isn't this better than the third dimensional plane you have been caged in for so long? Those cages are busting open one after the other. We sense it, we feel it, and we experience the light as it comes in. We experience the light as it moves around your planet. More and more souls are like light specks. And we are finding great joy ourselves in this great awakening. All right, so we implore you to stay the course. We are complete. We are here